Hey everyone, I'm Jake Cohen, and today we're with our friends at Sunkist Citrus to use up their beautiful Sunkist Cara oranges to make the ultimate vinaigrette that I'm then going to use 3 ways to make the easiest and kind of most satisfying lunch.
So for anyone who is unaware about what a Cara orange is, I'm just gonna show you. Are you ready? Look how gorgeous this color is. It's so vibrant and makes for excellent vinaigrettes. Today I'm going to show you my favorite one, and then we're going to use it 3 ways. So I'm going to take off the zest of this orange. I love to kind of save it. I don't need a ton for the amount of juice I'm going to get, but for at least like 1 or 2, I always like to get the zest before I juice them. You can also do this with all of your oranges and then freeze them. And that way you kind of have orange zest on demand, which is great for like stirring into cake batters. We are going to get some juice. I have my beautiful Sunkist juicer, and we are going to show you how gorgeous Cara oranges kind of just release this truly, truly golden juice. That is how you get some juice. Look at how gorgeous that juice is. The truth is, I only need 3/4 cup of orange juice for this recipe. The rest is going to be for breakfast.
Cheers. Oh my God, it's so good. I just feel rejuvenated. It's bright, it's floral, the citrus, it's so sweet. You could just really tell like these are the best oranges ever. I love Caras. Now that we have our juice, I'm gonna walk you through an easy, perfect vinaigrette. What are we gonna do with this vinaigrette? Well, first off, we're gonna make grain bowls. I'm gonna show you how to cook up quinoa perfectly. You can 100% swap in whatever grain you have. You can even like, I don't know, make orzo, turn it into pasta salad, kind of whatever your heart desires. But what we're gonna do with it then is we're gonna use the vinaigrette to A, dress our grains, B, we're gonna use it as kind of like a pickling liquid for shallots to add a little bit of acidity and brightness. And then C, we're gonna use it as a marinade for our protein. And then we are going to cook it up, assemble it, and show you how beautiful a lunch can be.
Okay, let's chat dressing. So in a bowl, I'm going to get 1 tablespoon of mustard
And 2 teaspoons of maple syrup.
I like to use Dijon because it's nice and sharp. And then I'm going to stir in 2 teaspoons of orange zest. I'm going to grate in 1 garlic clove. This is gonna add a little bit of sharpness and bite and really help flavor everything it touches. 1 tablespoon of thyme leaves. Switch to a whisk, and then I'm going to whisk this up with our orange juice. What the mustard and the honey is going to do is work as an emulsifier. So once we add in our oil and stream it in, it will help make a nice, smooth vinaigrette. Of course, season with a nice big pinch of salt. All right, now I'm going to slowly stream in 3/4 cup of olive oil, and this is what's going to make a smooth vinaigrette. I am, yes, using equal parts of Cara orange juice and olive oil. The reason being is that Cara orange juice is so sweet and delicious and kind of not as powerful in acidity as like a lemon juice or a vinegar. So it really makes for a beautiful 1-to-1 vinaigrette. You want to stream in slowly and constantly whisk, and that's how you're going to get a smooth emulsion.
There we go, beautiful. Always give it a try. Oh wow. Oh, I didn't even expect it to be that good. Ooh, the Cara orange juice is just so beautiful in this. It's super floral. The zest adds just a hint of bitterness, which is just like, it ties it all in together because it makes this vinaigrette like sweet, salty, sour, a little bit bitter. The mustard adds a tiny bit of that like umami savory note. This is like perfect. Oh, and the garlic adds a little bit of like kick, hint of spice in the back of your tongue. This is going to be the vessel for flavor in every part of our grain salad.
Next up, I'm gonna get going on our pickled shallots. So I just have 1 medium shallot here. Just gonna give these a thin slice. So we're really gonna be like marinating the shallots, but the acid from the orange juice is gonna help kind of pickle them bright pink, which I really love, and take off some of the harsh bite that they can have, so it'll kind of mellow out the flavors. Throw them into a little jar. I'm gonna add in a 1/4 cup of the vinaigrette. And I'm just gonna shake this up and put this on the side. I'm gonna shake it probably like every 10-15 minutes while I make the rest of the dish. By the time it's done, they will be nice and marinated. All right, now for our protein, I have 1 block of extra firm tofu. I pressed it between paper towels for about 30 minutes, and now I just cubed it up, and we're gonna toss it with 1/3 cup of the vinaigrette that we use the Sunkist Cara oranges to make, and we're gonna let it marinate just while we cook the quinoa, so about 30 minutes. Just a bit. I have 3 cups of boiling water, and I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of quinoa. You want a 2-to-1 ratio of your quinoa to water. We are going to simmer this covered on low for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to take it off the heat and let it steam for another 5. We'll fluff it with a fork, and then we'll be ready to cook our protein. I'm trying to keep things simple, so in addition to our dressed quinoa, I'm gonna throw in 2 cups of baby kale. You could use spinach, you could use any greens you really have on hand, as well as 1/2 cup of pitted Kalamata olives that I'm gonna give a little rough chop to. You could use Castelvetrano. You could omit and use a few tablespoons of capers. I just like something briny with Sunkist Cara orange juice. I think the balance of sweet and briny and acidic is like really, really lovely, especially in a grain bowl. Now it is time to cook up our tofu. I'm gonna heat up 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a non-stick pan. Just give it a good sear. All right, let's assemble. Okay, I am going to add in all of my fluffy quinoa, 1/2 cup of chopped Kalamata olives, all of our marinated shallots, and 2 cups of baby kale. I'm just gonna toss all of this together and then dress it up with the vinaigrette using our Sunkist Cara. I like it well dressed, but you can definitely reserve some for later. This makes plenty of dressing. Just seasoning with a little bit of salt, and that is it. I have my quinoa with the kale, and you could totally make this in advance, and I'd say if you want to even swap out the baby kale with something like Tuscan or a heartier green, this grain bowl will last for days in the fridge. So excited to give this a try and see how good our Sunkist Cara orange vinaigrette turned out. I'm gonna top with some of our seared tofu. A few mint leaves and some flaky salt. If you are feeling extra fancy, you could even throw on some extra Sunkist Cara orange zest if you are feeling wild. And there you go. One thing left to do with this beautiful quinoa grain bowl with tofu and a Sunkist Cara vinaigrette is give it a try. This is gonna be my lunch. The Sunkist Cara orange vinaigrette penetrates through the tofu. So gorgeous in flavor. The quinoa, so fluffy. I can't wait. This is gonna be a perfect lunch. The way you taste the vinaigrette, A as a dressing, B as a marinade, and C as a pickling vessel, it is the perfect way to get every ounce of flavor
out of your Sunkist Cara oranges. If you want this recipe, you can head to feedfeed.com. Huge thank you to Sunkist Citrus for supplying us with such gorgeous Caras. I'll see you next time.